Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself, an exam right back.
Hello!
Here we are again.
Indeed. Another week down.
Yeah. I think the gaming world is still enthralled with Elden Ring at the moment, so there's not been
too much.
A lot of news.
Although, Ubisoft and Guerrilla are very upset about Elden Ring's success.
I'm surprised Guerrilla. Because aren't they the ones that made...
I think the Guerrilla developer went on about the narrative, and I'm like, but that's not what the whole point of the Souls games is.
Yeah.
It's like, the Souls games is like overcoming adversary, like constantly throwing yourself at something, learning from your mistakes, getting better, and there's not an actual there is a narrative, yes. But that's not the driving thing behind it.
Not really.
Not like, Horizon. Not like Horizon, where the whole, Aloy's story is the driving narrative.
Yeah. I don't understand.
And then Ubisoft, were complaining about Dark Souls UI, and I'm like, oh yeah. There's a reason why Dark Souls has the UI the way it is, because, the character's learning things as you do, and secondly, Elden Ring has a bunch of stuff that instantly goes on the screen. Ooh, look at that! That looks interesting. Go and investigate that. Unlike your bland ass pieces of shit, that needs a fucking map with a whole bunch of fucking points on it. You've seen the meme? The fucking, this is what UI on Dark Souls by Ubisoft would look like.
Yes.
It's
I have seen
horrible.
It
is horrendous. There is so much text. It's what the fucking hell? It's got so much text that it makes MMOs look decluttered. It's Jesus fucking yeah, it's Ubisoft, you've got bigger problems to worry about. I don't know, the fact that you harbinger and hide and move about people who, sexually harass and abuse their position of power, against lower members of staff. The majority of who are female. Surely that's the sort of shit you should be prioritizing to clean up, not, bemoan an Elden Ring, a game that is vastly superior to yours, being successful.
Okay, so here we are. Here's the tweet. The tweets, right. So the fact that Elden Ring scored a 97 Metacritic is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about game UX. My life
User
is a
interface.
Lie. Yeah. My life is a lie. Then someone's put no PC graphics, stability and performance, and nobody gives a shit about PC performance anyway, so shut up.
I can understand that being an actual that is the only valid point.
No quest design by the Horizon Forbidden Blake, who is I'm guessing the gorilla. Yeah, the entire game is the quest.
Yeah,
that the entire game,
the story's there for people who want it. Here's the thing. Focus on your own fucking work.
Yeah. Also, I honestly do not know. I can understand, maybe a little bit of Ubisoft, of them coming out and being because it's Ubisoft.
I know, but the thing
I
is,
expect it from them.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
surprised that someone from Guerrilla, because these are two completely different games. The only similarity
is
that they're open world games.
That's it.
That is it.
They are completely. They literally that. In other words, right. According to these guys, every single open world game should be compared to each other. So therefore, we should be comparing Horizon Zero Dawn with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
We should be comparing the Ubisoft open world game, because that's what they all are really, with Grand Theft Auto 5 and fucking every other open world, and And I guarantee they'll be going, well, no, those are completely different games. Fuck off. You've compared bloody Elden Ring, a Souls-like, to your games. Despite the fact that neither of your games have any Souls-like points to them.
Well, That's that. It's terrible. Ugh.
I know, again, like, I know some people that, well, you know, not everyone likes it. Yes, exactly, and that we're not complaining about that. What we're saying is that, like, these people have complained about a game that has nothing to do with them, has just come out, and everyone's gone absolutely nuts about it because, for once, a game has actually lived up to the hype. Granted, it's had some issues on PC because From Software cannot, for some reason, have a launch on PC.
I think this is their first, like, is this their first, like...
Simultaneous
I think
launch,
it is,
yeah.
With PC. Because I know From Software, they are predominantly
they're mostly console. Yeah, they are mostly console.
I think they are with
and they have always... they are. And they have always struggled with PC stability. So, I just don't know... I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a programmer. But clearly, you know, that's that. If From Software has anything to improve on, it's their ability to actually make the game stable on PC. But like, we've been playing it
non-stop.
Not well, yeah, as much as possible since launch.
Yeah,
we finally beat Mergit. We finally beat Mergit.
We beat Mergit. I've beaten Godric.
Yeah, congratulations.
And I've done the tower to activate his rune. You need to get you through that.
Yeah.
He's very. If anybody needs to know, he's very weak to bleed. Bleed does a lot of damage to him.
It's a shame I haven't upgraded my Uchi Katana.
Yeah, because I don't know why you went samurai, and then switched to a knight thing. I have no idea why you did that.
Because I got the Uchi Katana, I didn't know you could have. I didn't know there was a way to get another Uchi Katana. Because I'm sorting out my strength build, and then once the strength build's done, I'm then gonna switch to Dex as my second weapon. Uchi is always my second weapon. Just, you know, for the times you don't need you need to hit someone and not like have a 24-hour swing. Hey, when those hit, they hit hard.
Yeah, they do.
Which is what I love. It's like look. First things first. The Guerrilla, like, Horizon is there is, apart from, like you say, the open worldness, there is no that, you know, you might as well compare yourself to Doom.
Yeah, they're completely different games. Same with Ubisoft, to be fair.
Yeah, same with Ubisoft. But here's the thing with Ubisoft: you've got bigger problems to sort out before going on about other freaking games taking you.
Coming up with something original.
Or, I don't know, solving your terrible working practices for your staff.
So Ubisoft's got problems to worry about. Guerrilla, just come on, dude. Come on. Just let it go.
Understand that not every game is about narrative.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're starting to sound like Naughty Dog.
Yeah. I mean, I do know that Sony they did put an emphasis on big narrative games.
Yes, and that's fine. And that's fine. And there is a place in that, but there is also a place where the narrative is what you make of it, in a sense. Like, you know, we're off to try and get the Elden Ring. Why? Fuck knows. We're tarnished. We're supposed to go, like, shit. Things have gone to shit. We have to get the Elden Ring to apparently not have it go any further up shit creek, and even though, you know, as a Souls game, we know potentially that's not actually what's going to happen. And yeah, it's like, just why?
Just be happy. Just be happy.
Follow the example made by Doom and Animal Crossing. They were both happy.
Just embrace.
They were both happy at each other's success.
Yeah. Horizon did really well.
Yeah. And you've got a new game coming. Stop bitching about a game that has nothing to do with you, that will have no impact on your game, in a sense. Because it's not the same fucking game, and there is no comparison between the two.
Exactly. Terrible people. Well, that's Twitter, and that's why I'm not. And that is why I'm not on Twitter, my friends.
Look, I find a lot of fan art on Twitter.
I don't really care. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's not. If there's fan art, like 9 times out of 10, you can find it just by going on Google.
That is very true.
That is very true. And then you can find the link to their Twitter that way. I don't need to scroll through Twitter to find it.
Just have it on the follow page. You basically follow the people you like, and that's it. And just have that.
Nope.
Just have the follow.
Nope. I'm not sure. I don't trust Twitter. The amount of shit that I've seen people
it's mostly the only things that I don't see that I see that aren't my fault for people I follow is it's mostly adverts, and I'm like, God, get the fuck out of me. Why are you here?
You see, this is my point. Social media. This is the end of all of human race. We thought it was going to be Skynet. It's not.
Well, not unless Putin has anything to say. But
we thought it was going to be Skynet. It's not. It's Twitter and Facebook, and that is the end of human race.
Facebook and Twitter could become Skynet. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't. Well, if Facebook and Twitter become Skynet, we're all fucked. Yeah. We literally tell Facebook and Twitter everything about us.
Yeah.
But anyway, shall we move on?
On to serious news.
On to serious news. Activision Blizzard is being sued for wrongful death of family of employee who killed herself. Which, if you remember in the lawsuit that came out, there was that...
The lovely rant we had.
Yes, there was that information that one of the workers had killed himself due to a very private photo of themselves being passed around,
and also the way they'd been trapped,
and they'd been trapped by,
and also
higher up.
They'd been forced to. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but they had to go. They'd gone on a work meeting, travel trip, whatever, and the person that they'd gone with is one of the people responsible for the photo and all the shit that was happening to them, and it was not a very. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing, and rightfully so. I don't blame the family for doing it, because despite what managers and senior management think, it is the employer's responsibility to look after the health of its employees, not the other fucking way around.
This is also the you remember in the response to when the lawsuit first came out, remember the response where they're like, we are sickened that the Californian department would use this poor family as you're not doing anything good for yourself here, Activision. You're kind of digging the hole.
Like when something as bad as this comes out, you don't point a torchlight at
Why would you drag these people through the mud? They're not dragging them through the mud.
They're dragging you through the mud.
You're getting dragged through the mud.
You're getting dragged through the mud. The family are standing by, looking and seeing what the fuck you're going to do about it. And from the sounds of it, they're not happy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're suing. I think it's for. I'm trying to see if there's
an amount. I don't think we'll ever know. If there's not on, I don't think we'll ever know. Even if they get awarded something. And to be honest, I don't think. To be honest, I personally don't.
This isn't going to be like. I'm only just wondering. We're just wondering. I don't think they're like, oh yes, I want all the money. I think this is just more of a. I'm going to fucking hurt you.
Yeah, we want them to. We want them to pay for the suffering that they've inflicted on us and our family over the way they treat our brother, our sister, our niece, aunt, cousin, whatever. You know, this person was treated like shit to the point where that killing themselves was a better alternative.
So the whole investigation basically revolves around the fact that she was apparently in I'm going to say a relationship, but I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't state that it's definitely a relationship, but she was having some sort of relations with one of the like her boss, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's not abuse of power at all, is it?
No. She was found in his hotel room. That's where she did it. She had his card, and apparently the guy, they basically what they're saying is that it was kind of like a cover up, because the guy didn't reveal to the police when everything happened that he was having a relationship with.
Oh, lovely.
I
mean, that's not suspicious at all.
It's not suspicious at all. But yeah, no, there's no money.
Yeah, there's no.
I was just curious.
Yeah, it's just a case of like, how much. But
I just wanted to know: are they really going to hurt Activision here? Are they going to rip out an arm or something like that? That's what I want to know it for. I mean, I'm not really bothered about how much it actually is. It's just sort of like, ooh, that's going to hurt them, sort of thing.
Yeah, because how much financially are Activision Blizzard going to pay for this? Because that's to be honest, that's what should happen. This was a complete, like, the very fact that they let a situation like that got to that stage where a person took their own life. It's just horrible. And yes, there were a bajillion other circumstances that all combined into one that led to that one thing. But like, the way Activision Blizzard treat its employees, and for all we know, still do, I can't say I'm surprised. The AAA game industry is horrible to its staff. They treat them like shit, work them till they're burnt out, and then just discard them. Like, professional wrestlers it feels like they have a fucking looked after better than certain companies.
I would say WWE wrestlers are probably looked after better.
And
because I think
here's the thing: WWE has a reputation in regards to the way it treats its wrestlers. Like, the moment you are no longer worth anything to them, gone.
Oh yeah.
So, it's a horrible way to fucking earn a living, and I don't.
It's gotta suck.
No one deserves the way.
You gotta think people who go into game design or game development most likely
nowadays as well
want to do it.
Yeah.
And then they come in and they get put in and they just get pretty much
shafted on,
shackled to the desk, and just shit on a lot of the time.
Like, it's not just that, but like a societal thing of like, oh well, you have to come in sick and work when you're sick, and I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yes, let me come in sick and infect the entire office of the virus or disease that I have contracted. Yes, that's a great idea. I'm sure productivity will not be affected by me making everyone else ill. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that the family get as much as possible, because I really do think that Activision Blizzard, due to the way they treat their staff, the way we heard that.
Have you actually, speaking of this, have you heard that apparently Activision have blamed Microsoft for why women don't want to work for them?
How the fuck does that make sense?
I've no idea.
You've only just been bought by Xbox. What the?
Apparently, it's Microsoft's fault. I don't know, and I don't even know how that works. I've been trying to do the maths.
I will never say that I am the smartest person. I am a smart person. I will never come out and say that I am. I have a vast intellect and all this sort of stuff.
I'm dumb.
Right? But I'm pretty sure if I was put on the board of Activision Blizzard, I would be one of the smartest people there. Because I don't just think about the fucking dollar sign and that's it. Like, what sort of bubble do you have to live in to blame a company that just bought you for the reason why your company struggled to hire women after a 2-year report about how you do not treat lower members of staff and failed to deal with harassment which predominantly affected women, and you've just flat out ignored it and let it get to horrendous levels, to the point where male members of management would have cubicle quals.
Ugh. Yeah. It feels horrible just saying it.
It's a good thing I'm not.
Cubicle
Do you know what? It's a good thing I'm
quals.
not on the Activision board because I'd probably be up for assault by now.
Oh, it's just.
I probably would be up for assault because I'd be the one type of people that you can't put this out. You can't do this. You can't say this. No, we can. We got to do this. We've got our image. Our image is already in the fucking dumpster. It's too late now. Like you're trying to save your phone after it's gone into the crapper, flushed down into the sewers, and gone through the cleaning system. Like, that thing's done. It is long gone out of here. Too late. You have to now build it back up from scratch. But no, they're too busy fucking going, it's not our fault, it's not our fault, it's not our fault. No,
Yeah.
no, none of this actually happened. No, not our fault. No. We're inclusive. We're inclusive. Look at us. We're inclusive. Look at this picture of a black man. We're inclusive. Does he actually work for you? No, but we're inclusive. Look at this game character of a person of a minority. Okay, and how do you treat your minority members of your... No, we're just...
No.
We include them in our games, that's inclusive.
How do you treat your minority stuff? Oh, we don't have any.
Just because you put minority characters in your game or book or film does not make you inclusive.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're not racist. I'm just throwing that out there, by the way. It doesn't mean you're not racist. It just means you've put I hate saying minorities. Minority person.
You've just put a non-white person.
Yeah, that's all you've done.
That's all you've done.
But yeah, Activision. I think this is going to hurt Activision.
It should.
But I think this. Well, for Microsoft, this is probably a good thing because it gets rid of all this. It's one of the things that they can be yes,
we don't have to deal.
We don't have to deal with that. And this is not that Activision anymore.
Yeah.
This is our Activision.
And again, when Microsoft take over, there needs to be a massive clear out of senior management from Activision Blizzard. Like just literally don't even bother with like snipping away or like taking out little bits. No, just get a flamethrower and burn that thing from the inside.
Yeah, I think personally, if Bobby Kotick is still there when Microsoft actually fully take over, Microsoft has failed.
Yes.
But they've failed.
Yeah, Bobby Kotick should be the first person to go. And then the rest of the Activision Blizzard board, because they've sat back and supported him throughout this. So, if a single board member stays on after this, I'm sorry, Microsoft, but I'm just going to hold you responsible for everything else that happens under that banner.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground.
No. But anyway, I don't know. Think we can move on?
Yeah.
Yep. Activision bad. The usual stuff. Activision bad.
Activision bad. Bobby Kotick sucks, and all that sort of stuff.
Hopefully, the family can get some sort of closure from all this.
Well, it won't ease the suffering, but at least it'll mean that they don't have to worry about bills.
Maybe.
Sort of thing.
Anyway, so there was a game that was released just recently.
Yes.
Published by Square Enix.
Yes. Developed by
Platinum Games. Yeah. It's called Babylon's Fall, and it definitely fell.
Yes. It
definitely fell. I've bought it.
Yes.
I do have it. I have played.
You are a massive Platinum fan.
Well, no, I like live services. When they're done right, they're usually really
Was this
good
done right?
No. No, this wasn't. The annoying thing is this one. It's like it is literally the same as Marvel's Avengers, right? Where it's there, like you can see it, but everything else about it sucks so bad that you're just sort of like, well, again, like it's like they learned nothing from the Avengers.
Like, so let me guess, no end game content.
Well, no, it's, pretty much that. The grind's bad. It's like I would say it's worse than Avengers.
Oh God!
Like in a really bad way as well, because you know how in Avengers you could level up quite quickly.
Yeah.
This one, like, it feels like your leveling up is connected with your battle pass.
Oh.
And
ow.
Yeah, I need 1,000 of these things to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Right. and every time I do a level,
yeah,
I'm only getting like 50.
Are you?
I'm only going
so
up like either 100 or 50.
You're gonna have to do 20 of these levels to get a level up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my fucking god! They're not short levels, are they?
Some are, some aren't. But it's just sort of like, and
you know, on the week after Elden Ring, which is not a small game, gets released, you would have thought like, let's make sure it's a complete game.
The only good thing, in my opinion, is the combat. The combat's great. It works.
Everything else isn't.
It's just everything else just sucks about it. The hub world is your generic. I literally didn't think I was playing. I honestly thought I was playing like a random bloody fantasy game. I didn't think I was playing a live service. I thought I was like, it looked like Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
You know?
I know the art style, people criticise the art style, but it's deliberately gone for like a painting-esque feel to it.
It's a very ugly game. It's very ugly. Like, it does need work up. It looks like a PS3 game. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a PS3 game. Which is a shame. Because again, like, the combat is really good and it's like, look at that. Does that look like a next-gen game?
Yeah,
That doesn't even look like a PS4 game. This is the same company that came out with Nier Automata.
Yeah.
And that game is gorgeous. And this is just... Oh.
I think it's a colour palette that they've picked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's fun when you're actually doing the combat. But everything else is dull and it's long and everything seems to slow down when you're not actually
in combat
playing the game, when you're not doing the main thing that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go, like I can't even go to the shop. I can't go to the shop and spend any money that I've collected from murdering monsters because the shop doesn't open until I'm up to a certain point, and I'm just like,
are you kidding me?
But I've got fuck all.
I mean, let me stop you there because I've only just unlocked the dealership in Gran Turismo.
Yeah, but that's to be expected in Gran Turismo.
However, it didn't take me it's.
I still haven't got the shop. That's my point.
Yeah, you still haven't got the shop. And also, I did kind of just instantly go, once I had access to the license, do all the licenses, which is not intended.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like get your B license and go further on and then get your international A and then go further on and get your international B and further on. It's like, no, I shall do all the licenses. I shall get them all now.
And then I shall move on.
Then I shall move on. Yes. Then I shall play the game.
But yeah, this is... I think this has got the same rating as Marvel on Metacritic.
You would have thought, like, like we've been saying for the last fucking few years now, like, you can't release a live service in a poor state. The whole point of a live service is that it continues. You don't end it. So, games that were out 5 years ago are still there to go up against. You still have Destiny 2 to go up against. You still have...
You still got Warframe.
Warframe and fucking Ubisoft stuff and... Like, you can't...
And this is the same thing that Sony wants to do, you know. Sony want to go into the live service.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why they bought Bungie. But I'm just sort of like, oh my god. I'm disappointed in this because I am a big Platinum fan. I've loved pretty much all their games, and this one is a huge disappointment.
Yeah, the combat's great, but unfortunately everything other than the combat...
Everything else is just...
It's not good.
It does not...
What, do they think they're going to get a blooming No Man's Sky thing? It's like, look, there's only one game at the moment that has the possibility of a No Man's Sky resurrection. And it's not going to be this one.
No.
Like, Anthem, Avengers, now this. It's just like Battlefield. Hell, Battlefield 2042 is just pretty much dead now. It's a dead game. They fucked that up so bad. Like, how the fuck do you fuck up a Battlefield game? Seriously. I suppose it is DICE. They fucked up a Battlefront. They fucked up a Battlefront game twice. How the fuck do you do that? It's Star Wars with Battlefield.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars with Battlefield. All you had to do is look at Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, and just copy
on
that.
the PS2 and go, okay, let's take that and make it better.
Yeah. Let's take that and then add Battlefield mechanics into it.
Yeah.
And there we go. Done.
And then, I don't know, maybe actually have proper massive battles.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't understand why some of the stuff wasn't in Battlefront 2. Some of the stuff, like it took them so long to put in Battle of Geonosis in. Like, there's some maps are just like random fucking fields. And I'm like, are you just insane? Do you not understand the material that you have at your disposal?
Yeah.
Like,
fucking. Speaking about live services, Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
You've got to go up against Genshin Impact, which is now arguably the biggest live service game out there.
Yeah.
And it's free. That's what you've got to go up against.
Yeah, that is a live service that you're against. Especially with a fucking melee combat.
A melee combat one, which costs... this one cost me $50. I didn't spend that much.
Say $60. Wow.
So, yeah, $60.
$60, $70.
So disappointed.
Like, Genshin Impact's free to play.
The combat is 100 times better. The art style is 100 times better.
The art style is easily better.
Well, no, I'm not going to say the art style because the art style is to each their own.
Graphically, it's superior.
It is superior, and you're going to release a live service game in Babylon Fall state into that market
with no end game content,
with pretty much nothing. The repetitive, because it's very repetitive. I mean, if you're not really into Platinum Games combat, you're kind of buggered, because it is literally that. It's a good thing I like Platinum and how their combat goes through. But even then, this one was, for me, it was grating after about 4 levels. I was just sort of like, I'm kind of.
So there's not that much like variety of enemies.
Yeah, if you're thinking, this is going to be a live service version of like Bayonetta or even Nier Automata,
which, to be perfectly honest, it should have been.
It is not. Yeah, it should have been. It really should have been. It is not. It is not that at all. Which is a shame. But they would do a drop.
They would do a bad game.
Yeah, they would do a bad game, and I'd rather it be this than Bayonetta 3.
And also, you do make me wonder what, like, since it's the same mistakes that Avengers done, how much is this?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even actually look at it. For this, I didn't even actually look at the shop that you actually go to, like not the in-game shop, the spend your money.
Oh, give us more money.
Yeah, the monetization shit. I didn't even look at that. That's how fucking shit this game is. I was just like, I'm not going to be playing this that much.
Yeah, like, how much is down to Square Enix? Because this is 2 live services under their belt. Both have been pretty shit.
Yeah.
You just
want to kind of...
You just can't be bothered to actually do it correctly. And therefore, it fails. Look, again, we're offering our services. Put us on the board. We'll tell you why this idea you have is shit.
Yes. I really wanted this one to do well,
Yeah.
I knew it was going to struggle with Elden Ring and that coming out, but I didn't think it was going to be like a bad game.
Here's the thing: they could have fucking delayed it.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have delayed it. Just put more content.
I think the problem is that even if they had delayed it, it's not going to be any better really. Maybe there would have been an end game content, but it's not gonna. That's not gonna help.
Is it not good enough for people to get to the end game?
I don't think it is.
Oh,
I don't think it's gonna be. I think people are gonna get bored of the game about halfway through. Because, like I said, if you're not really into platinum game combat, there's nothing else there. So if you're not into it, you're not going to enjoy it. Yeah. It's exactly like Avengers. If you're not really into... The thing for the Avengers was, like, if you're not into Marvel, there's not much there. Like, you're not going to get into Marvel by playing this game.
Yeah.
It's not really going to do anything for you. The combat's good, but everything else is just...
Platinum, we're not angry.
I'm disappointed.
We're just disappointed.
I am disappointed.
And Square Enix, like, for the love of God, despite the fact, like, we go on about, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake and all that sort of shit, and 14 is amazing, etc., etc., etc. Just for the love of God, get your head out of your own ass at times.
Come on, guys.
If you're going to do a live service, you've got to do it right now. You can't do... Look, Bungie were lucky. Let's all be honest here.
Yeah.
Bungie was lucky, because if Destiny 2 released now, in the state that Destiny 2 released in, it would be fucked.
It'd be dead. The thing is, if Destiny 1 hadn't ended as good as it did, right? So with like the Taken King and the stuff after that, right? Destiny 2...
Rise of Iron.
Yeah. Destiny 2, people wouldn't have stayed around for Destiny 2 when it came out, when it released. I stuck with Destiny 2 because I know how good that game can be. That's why I stuck with it. I've stuck with it all the way to now.
I mean, a lot of people are now saying they really should just drop the 2.
Yeah.
And just call it Destiny, since clearly there's not going to be a 3.
Well, we don't know. They've not said anything, because all we know is for Destiny is that we're getting another 2. I think.
Yeah, there's another 2 expansions, and like this storyline will be over. Finish.
So but we don't know what's coming up after that, because they've not really addressed anything.
Yeah.
They've not done what Yoshi P and Final Fantasy 14 team have done, or Creative or something. No, what are they called? Creative. It's Creative something. But they came out with their live letter last month, and they basically started detailing what they want to do for the next 10 years. Yeah. Which is basically going to be the next storyline. Yeah. They didn't actually give any storyline details, but they did say that we do have.
We have stuff in the works.
We've got this and this and this. But yeah. So it's another live service dud.
Again.
Another one. They're starting to get a very large graveyard of these live service games now. I'm trying to think of the last actual decent live service game
that launched.
That came out, but that didn't actually do very well. I want to say it was like a spaceship one. Not Eve. It was like it was kind of like World of Warships, but in space.
Oh, Fractured.
But for the life of me, I cannot remember.
Fractured. What's it? Fractured Space.
Yeah. Maybe something like that, but I can't.
Fractured Space was like World of Warships, but in space.
Yeah, it might have been that.
It was actually okay. I don't think they ever expected it to last as long as it did. It did okay. But they have stopped development on that. But that's because they moved on to a different game.
But anyway, we shall move on to the main event. The Bafta Game Awards. The nominees have been announced.
Sweet.
The Bafta Game Awards will be taking place on the 7th of April in the Queen Elizabeth Hall in London. So it's going to be a live event this time.
Be hosted by Dara O'Brien, most likely.
Most likely, because it's always Dara O'Brien, isn't it?
Well,
it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird when it's not him.
Yeah, well, he's one of the few people that openly on public television admits to being an actual gamer and actually is an actual gamer. Because he talks about the stuff that goes on like with games, and it's like like the whole thing of like, why are you shouting Snake's name? Have you not seen what he's been doing the last 5 minutes?
No wonder he died. But we're going to go through the awards. There's a couple. There is a couple, and you've given me an advert. I don't want an advert. Why are you giving me an advert? What the is this? Right. Okay. So, let us go. We've got the animation. This is best animation. So, this is Call of Duty Vanguard.
No.
It Takes Two.
Maybe.
Kena. Maybe. Life is Strange. True Colours. Psychonauts 2.
Maybe.
Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart.
Ooh, Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart.
Yeah, I think Ratchet and Clank are going to.
I think Ratchet and Clank. It takes two.
I think it's. If I'm honest, I think it's between Ratchet and Clank and Psychonauts.
Yeah, I was gonna say it takes two.
Although actually, saying that, Kena. It's Kena.
Oh, is it Kena?
No, that's right. Kena. That's how you pronounce it. I found out because I played the game.
Yeah.
So all this time we've been pronouncing the name wrong, but anyway. Kena. I think Kena actually might do it. It might be a dark horse, but I think it might.
I think Ratchet and Clank's probably favourite, but I wouldn't be surprised if It Takes Two or Psychonauts gets it, because both of those are beautifully animated.
Artistic achievement. This one's pretty good. I think The Artful Escape. That's going to win it. The Artful Escape. But the nominees are The Artful Escape, It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal. And I think...
anything of the first 3, 4.
I think it's going to be The Artful Escape. The
Artful Escape is a beautiful game, but so... like, It Takes Two is gorgeous.
Oh, no, they could all win it. You know, but I think, for me, personally, The Artful Escape is just like a step above. For me, personally. I think it's just...
but you wouldn't be...
I wouldn't be surprised if any of the others won it.
Yeah.
I'd tell a lie. I'd be surprised if maybe Resident Evil won it. On artistic design alone.
Yeah.
If it was if it was in the animation, then yeah. But I think out of all those, I think Resident Evil's probably the weak link in the artistic design side. Audio achievement. This could go to any of them, to be fair. Artful Escape, Call of Duty, Vanguard, Deathloop, Halo Infinite, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Returnal. I don't really know. I'm going to say Deathloop.
Yeah, I think guns. The guns, but also like the environmental sounds and everything. Yeah, I'd probably say.
But again, the Artful Escape could win.
There's a few on there that I would like. Very very rarely does one stand out too massively. But yeah, I wouldn't mind half of those if they got it.
Best game is nominees for that is Deathloop, Forza 5, Inscription, It Takes Two, Ratchet and Clank, and Returnal.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two?
Yeah, I think It Takes Two. It got the Game Award.
I don't know. I think the Bafta, because the Bafta usually give it to. I think Returnal might take it.
Returnal might, but
I think Returnal's going to take it.
I think It Takes Two just because that game is so well put together.
Yeah.
And it has so many different like mechanics in it, and you know how usually when a game like throws a bajillion mechanics into a game,
it gets a bit confusing.
It gets a bit confusing, and like there's always like one or two that doesn't really fire off. Everything in It Takes Two seems to fit and work the way it's intended, and it's so well put together. And the story's amazing. Even if both parents really at the beginning are the worst parents ever.
Oh, they're terrible. I mean, to be fair, they're bad at the end.
No,
they didn't even know that child had gone away.
And what they do to that
elephant.
I
refuse to play it because of that. I refuse to play it because of that, because it's just like, no, you're awful. This child does not deserve you as parents. You are awful.
You are awful.
You are awful. Your child is the best person in this entire game, and I have to choose between Dickhead 1 and Dickhead 2.
Yeah.
No. So moving on to best. I think Returnal, and the reason why I say Returnal is because you cannot, unless you've actually played the game, no one can describe to you what that game is like. Like I can't tell you what that game is.
Well,
all I can say is no. That's not. No.
What I mean, it's like it's a roguelike, but it's got shmup elements. But
but no, that's not what I mean. I mean, I literally cannot put into words. I could say, oh, it's roguelike. It's got sci-fi elements. It's got this, that, and the other. I could tell you that, but like that doesn't compute at all. Like
how it's put together.
Yeah, you don't like. It's one of those games that you cannot appreciate unless you've actually played the game.
Yeah,
and it is so good because everything is like pinpoint, because everything has to be pinpoint.
Yeah.
And so I think Returnal, just based on based on that, because I am addicted to that game.
Yeah.
I've got to stay away from it because like it gives me that one more run.
Yeah.
That I don't get from other games. Like I used to get it with Hades.
Yeah.
And I stopped playing Hades because it was just like, even though I got pretty far in Hades with completing it, because I beat Hades 5 times. I know you got to do more, but this one is just literally like
one more go.
Even when I die, it's like one more go. With Hades, I can put it to the side. This one, no, one more go. I'll meet an enemy that'll kill me, and I'll be like, no, I've got to kill that fucker. I've got to kill him. Yeah, so me personally, I'm going to go with Returnal. Best British game. Alba, a wildlife adventure. I don't know what that is.
Death's Door.
Death's Door.
Fight in Tight Spaces. Forza Horizon 5.
Overboard. Sable. The Artful Escape. Eastward. The Forgotten City. Genesis Noir. Maquette. Maquette? I don't know. And Toem. I think The Artful Escape.
I think Death's Door.
I think Death's Door. I think it's between Artful Escape and Death's Door.
Possibly. Yeah. Although Horizon's been really well received.
I don't know. I think I'd be a little bit. For me personally, that's clearly the obvious one. Because if you look at all of those, right, that's really the only one that I would say that's a AAA game.
Yeah.
The rest of them are all
indies.
I would say indies.
Anyway, on to the next category.
Okay, so evolving game. I don't really.
Basically, a live service.
Okay.
Or game with but games with that have constantly been updated.
Oh, okay. So we have Among Us, Animal Crossing: New Horizon, Apex Legends, Disco Elysium, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. I don't really know with this.
No Man's Sky.
You think No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
I think just because Disco Elysium seems to be winning everything that whenever it's put up. Disco Elysium.
Hey, I would not complain if Disco Elysium won it. I just think No Man's Sky probably will win it.
Yeah. So we then go on to family. We have Alba, a wildlife adventure. Chicory, a colourful tale. Burger, Alex. Oh no, that's the actual name of the game. Burger. I was going to say Alex Dean, but it's not. It's just Burger. Burger, Forza Horizon 5.
No. Madeline Burger.
Oh!
It's gone over.
See, so that's me. That's
Chicory, a colourful tale.
Then Forza Horizon 5. Mario Party Superstars. Ratchet and Clank. And Unpacking.
I don't know. I know who's going to win it next year.
Who?
Kirby.
Oh yeah, Kirby definitely. I can't wait.
I know who's winning next year's family game.
I can't wait for Kirby.
Kirby always wins because Kirby's the most.
Apparently, the early playtesters have come out and said it's kind of like it's basically the anti-Elden Ring. So it's a game that if you need to like take a break from Elden Ring, just play Kirby and you'll be like fine. I want to play because I can turn Kirby into a can machine.
And a car.
And a traffic cone. And other things.
Yeah.
It's great. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Ratchet and Clank.
I think Ratchet and Clank could. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo gets it again. Cause,
have you seen what they've done with the advert?
Yes.
It's like right in the middle of the fucking thing. So I'm going to have to try and figure this out. But anyway, after that is Games Beyond Entertainment. So that is Alba, Before Your Eyes, Chicory, A Colourful Tale, Game Builder Garage, It Takes Two, and Psychonauts 2. It Takes Two?
I think It Takes Two's going to get it. Because it deals with a lot of things.
Maybe Chicory. Or maybe Alba, because I don't really know what Alba is. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with It Takes Two, though. Because it does talk about... Oh, yeah, that's gone. Nice. Anyway, so, and after that we have game design. Oh, my God. Deathloop. Forza Horizon 5. Inscription.
It Takes Two.
Ratchet and Clank, and Returnal. Returnal.
I think, I was about to say, you're probably going to
go
with
Returnal.
I'm going to go
You're
with...
going to go It Takes Two?
It Takes Two, yeah.
I just yeah.
I can see It Takes Two getting a few awards at the BAFTAs.
Ooh, this one's quite good. So the best multiplayer game, Back 4 Blood, Call of Duty Vanguard, not going to win Forza Horizon 5 might win it. Halo Infinite
Might win
is
it.
Hell Let Loose.
No.
And It Takes Two. Now, I think I would give this to It Takes Two.
Yes.
Right? But I would love to know how Hell Let Loose does. Because I think Hell Let Loose is a very good game.
Even if we can't play it.
Even if we can't play it, because I suck at it.
Because it's actual fucking warfare.
Yeah. So after that is the best music. Deathloop, Far Cry 6, Halo Infinite, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, and Returnal.
Deathloop. I'm probably thinking Deathloop's going to get it.
I think Psychonauts.
Psychonauts might. I wouldn't be surprised if Psychonauts gets it.
I can't really say
wouldn't
anything on
complain.
Halo because I've not heard anything from Halo.
It's Halo.
Far Cry 6, isn't that usually just songs that are usually on the radio anyway?
Yes.
So...
Well, Deathloop's more your 70s,
yeah,
like psychedelic vibe.
Returnal is pretty good. It's very like sort of space opera-y.
Yeah.
So it's very pretty
It could
good.
get it, but I think Deathloop's going to get it.
I'm going to give it to Ratchet and Clank. It's good music. I like it. And best narrative: It Takes Two, Life is Strange, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Psychonauts 2, Returnal, Unpacking, and Deathloop.
Guardians.
You think Guardians?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm thinking Guardians. I think it's between Guardians and It Takes Two.
Very, very rarely does a squad dynamic in a game not end up just being your stereotypical trope of big heavy dude,
Yeah.
smart ass,
Yeah.
the
Woman.
smart one, and the sarcastic one.
Yeah.
And
the dumb one.
the dumb one. Yes, you dumb one. That's if there's a fifth member. If there's not, the fourth one, the strong, the
big heavy guy
is
the
the
dumb
dumb
one.
And Guardians is basically a family dynamic. It's the like the fact that the banter that they have
When
and it feels
yeah.
natural.
Yeah, it reminds me of now I do say I don't like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Right, I want to put that out there. But I do think what Mass Effect got right was the character chemistry.
Yes.
That was around whenever you were walking around, the characters were talking.
Yeah, it's the one thing I really enjoy in Andromeda.
Yeah,
like the characters interacting
it's what
with
I
each
love.
other
It's
while I'm
part of
driving
the thing
around.
that I love about Dragon Age is that happens with your characters as well. And I think Guardians does that.
Yeah.
But so much better.
Yeah.
Like it does it so much better than BioWare has ever done.
It feels so natural. Like it's almost as if the actors who were having that conversation, they were in the same room, and they were actually just having a like off-script banter between each other. That's how well it was done and implemented in the script. Like people have been saying, like Guardians of the Galaxy's story is phenomenally good, and people should play the game just for that.
I do need to play it.
So do I.
I do need to play.
I do want to get some Star-Lord on me, so need to get it.
We could always do it as a me and you thing.
Yeah, could do.
Because we can play it on the PS4.
Yes,
it's all right.
Yeah,
no
could
worries there.
Could do.
But anyway, yeah, that's
Where's the nice shiny PS5 though version?
There's the nice shiny PS5 version. But
and you do have a we both have a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yes.
We have the room.
I've just downloaded Ark because that's the new game.
Oh yeah, the free game.
That's 99 gigabytes.
Yeah, so but you got 2 terabytes. That's like just 10%.
It's quite funny because I've got my 2 terabytes on there, and the only thing that's on there is PS4 games. I've not got any PS5. No, I tell a lie. Destiny's on there now, and I upgraded that to the next gen stuff. So I mean that game is beautiful and with the next gen stuff. Play Destiny 2. It's awesome.
Unfortunately, you won't know what the fuck's going on.
You won't know what the fuck's going on, but it's the best first person shooter out there. And yeah, fight me. you won't win because it's true. It's true.
I'm pretty sure id Software would like to
discuss.
No,
you don't understand. Like,
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't understand.
We don't live in a world without Doom. Just
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Doom is not the best first-person shooter.
I'm just saying you would expect some pushback.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get pushback. Well, it doesn't matter what you say. Like I could have said, Final Fantasy is the best RPG, and somebody's gonna push back on me about that.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy is the best RPG series of all time.
Yeah.
And someone will complain about that.
Somebody will bring up, maybe Dragon Quest or
Breath of Fire,
yeah,
Wild Arms.
Yeah, there's all those
Gaia.
So it's because it's a giant genre. But objectively, I'm saying this objectively because in my opinion, I am a Destiny fanboy, and I admit that to the world. So always take my opinion with a pinch of salt. Destiny 2 is the best first-person shooter game.
Anyway.
But, anywho, that's it. That's all we've got time for today, my friends. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. Any comments about what we've talked about, just leave them down below. On who do you think is going to win what award with the Baftas? And we'll see you in the next ones. Bye now.
Toodles.